What is up, Kings and Queens family? Welcome to episode number 9. I hope everyone is having a great, blessed day. I'm your host, Dolapo, and on this episode, we have a special guest who's changed the game of entrepreneurship and media. He's a marketing specialist, video editor, and investor, and he's also been featured on a lot of great platforms like Fox News, VoyageDallas, BuzzFeed, just to name a few. And so without further ado, let me go ahead and introduce you guys to Aaron Lwsn. What's up, my guy?
How you doing, bro?
Hey, I'm blessed.
Hey,
Blessed. How you feeling?
Finally, I'm on here, man. It feels good.
You're here. Yes,
Hey,
sir.
shout out to Tim. Shout out to Gabrielle. Shout out to everybody that paved the way for me, man.
Hey,
I appreciate them.
no
Because
problem.
without them, I wouldn't have found this. This is amazing.
Hey, man, I'm glad to have you on, man. Kings and Queens
Sure.
fam listening in, they're glad to have you here too. So first of all, a little thing that we like to do on the Kings and Queens fam, we like to introduce you to the fam, so go ahead and tell them where
Okay.
you're from, born and raised, all that.
Okay, so my name is Aaron Lwsn, and I'm born and raised in Lagos, Nigeria.
Hey.
In the Peju area. From back there,
My
I
guy.
moved to America. I moved to America when I was 11. Came straight to Dallas. I started middle school. Yeah, at
Mhm.
11, 8th grade, and from there, I finished high school a bit early. So
Okay.
with that, I started college, and that's where I'm at right now. Just straight hustling, man. I'm
Hey.
in my hustle mode right now.
I feel you.
Yes,
So
sir.
how old are you right now?
I'm 17
And you graduate high school at what age?
at 15.
Chai. Sheesh. Kings
I
and Queens
finished it,
fam.
man.
So you guys already know this guy's, like I said, future young mogul right here. Future young mogul right here.
Yes,
Okay, so
sir.
what high school did you go to?
I went to South Garland High School
Okay,
and O'Banion Middle School. Shout out to them. Shout out to all my teachers.
definitely.
But
And
yeah, man.
in the college you're at
Basically,
right now?
I'm at Collin College.
Okay,
Getting a marketing associate degree.
okay, perfect. Nice.
Just for my mom. She wants something. She's
Yeah.
like, you can't just stop school. You gotta,
Yeah,
give me
definitely.
something at least. So
Definitely.
yeah, I'm in there to get her something.
Definitely. That's nice, man. So you see yourself as a Generation Z or Gen Z marketing specialist, right?
Yes, sir.
So elaborate more on that, on Gen Z, for those who may not know.
Okay, so Gen Z is the generation right behind the millennials. That's the people from the age right now, 13 all the way to 22.
Okay.
And these people are the first generation to just have cell phone. Like everything is electronic. Like they were born right straight to our iPad. They have everything is
Mhm.
electronic. So, and now some brands are trying to figure out because we have a group, there's a group called Millennials too, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of brands have already figured out how to market right to them, give them right amount of ads. But some brands are really struggling with the Gen Z people because their attention span, like an average Gen Z's attention span, is only 8 seconds long.
Wow.
So imagine trying to get a whole ad, because anything that just says ad, a Gen Z is already skipping it. So what I'm trying to do with me being a marketing specialist is
Mhm.
trying to find the fastest way to get your point across to people like Gen Zs, people like me.
Okay.
And I use my point of view to basically, for example, I'll shoot an ad for a company,
Mhm.
then I'll do the editing, then edit it right for exactly a 17-year-old like me would watch it on their social media page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. So I've also read that, like, researchers, they suggest that this new generation of like young adults of Gen Z are actually like savvier in terms of like
Yeah.
financial,
Oh.
professionally. Would you say that's true?
Um, I would not disagree, but I'll also not agree because it just
Okay.
depends. It just depends on how much what they've been through and what they're going through.
Okay.
Like, because that can figure out how they move on with their lives. Because some people can just mess it all up,
Definitely.
But I'll say yes. I'll say yes.
Okay.
Because tech savvy, we got it all.
Yeah. True.
Like
true,
right now,
true.
I have like so many screens open, and back in those days, the millennials they didn't even have nothing. They were playing outside.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'll say that.
Definitely. And that also refers back to a comment that I saw that you made on an article I believe you were featured on, and you said Generation Z is more realistic than millennials,
Oh
right?
yeah. Yes, I believe that because by realistic, I just meant like they just want everything straight to them. We don't want you to court corners to
Yeah.
give us the answers. Like like if you're making an ad for a toothpaste, let's say, so we don't want to hear, oh, it has this enamel, it can whiten. Just tell us straight up, and
Yeah.
that's what I meant by being realistic.
I
Like
see. I see.
we want something straight up, no side cutting, just no shortcuts. Yeah,
Yes, definitely,
just
definitely.
straight up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And would you consider yourself as one of the top Gen Zs leading the marketing industry?
I'm on my way there, man. I'm
Hey,
on my way.
hey, you already
In Jesus'
know.
name, man. I'm speaking into existence,
Definitely,
I'm heading straight there. And,
definitely.
I'm every day I'm trying something new to figure out, okay, what way can we take to better this ad? Or what way can we take to make people watch it and not think it's an ad?
Definitely, for sure, for
Yes,
sure.
sir.
So you told the Kings and Queens fam that you're from Nigeria.
Yes, sir.
So being an immigrant in America, how has that affected you in terms of like the goals that you had?
Oh man. So I see because I'm not only am I just an immigrant, I'm also illegal.
Hmm.
But I see that as a big struggle, bro. Because imagine being like you don't have a social security, you don't have. I mean, like if anybody catch me right now, I'm ready to go back to Nigeria. It's okay. I'm gonna
Wow.
keep on doing my work. But I mean, I'm enjoying America, and that's the thing about America. America provides so much opportunity, bro.
Definitely.
Like you don't even know it. Like in Nigeria, I could never imagine myself doing exactly what I'm doing right now.
Hmm.
And that's the thing, like being an immigrant, I'm having to work twice and twice as hard just for somebody that just has it easy. Like for my investing part, like I can't do no upfront investing with nobody. Like, like the contract way. We had to go through
Hmm.
a back door, hey, let's talk about how I can help you.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now I let my clients know up front, like, hey, this is my situation, this is what I'm working on, and this is how I can help you. But if that would be a problem for you, I stay away from that. Do what I have to do right now until I'm able to become an actual citizen or a green card holder. So yeah, man, it's real tough. But
Wow.
nothing is too tough, man, because Nigeria, it's a different story. I might as well just enjoy everything I have right now in front of me
For sure.
than to rather be back there struggling 5 times as hard just to be where I am at 2 times.
Wow. Yeah. And like you're definitely,
Yeah.
making a living for what's for actually being here, taking advantage of like the opportunities.
Oh, bro. It's so amazing. Like one thing I always like to stress is, bro, opportunity that America has. Nobody understands it. Like it's so crazy. You can just wake up and be whatever you want to be in
Mm.
America. It's not like that for every other people. So every time I see people complaining, like, oh my God, I have to work 12 hours today. It's like, what? Like you have a good, you have light to work 12 hours.
Wow.
Back in
Facts.
Nigeria, you have no light, bro. Like, I
Facts.
mean,
Facts.
sometimes they come on, but
Yeah.
like you have a house to live in, you have a life, you have to work. And I mean sometimes it might get hard, it gets stressful, but for the most part it's like people don't understand the true opportunity that America provides.
Wow. Facts. You're
It's
right.
crazy,
You're
man.
right. You're right. And like so right now, your parents' outlook on this whole entrepreneurship journey that you're taking. What you're laughing.
Man,
Why? Why?
because it's very hard for them because African parents, first of all,
I already
if you're
know.
not a doctor, if you're not a lawyer, if
Mm,
you're not you, they're, that's a waste of their time. And that's like a spit on their face. They
mm,
brought you all the way to America just for you to be a entrepreneur. Like,
yeah.
but, as time goes, I had to explain it to her, like, hey, look, if my entrepreneur stuff doesn't work,
Hmm.
I have, and let's say I'm 27. I'm in America. I can go get a degree and just start something different. I can become a teacher
Yeah.
and just start anything different. So I begged my mom, like, hey, give me time. Just give me 10 years. And, if nothing works out, I'll go back. I'll get a good degree. I'll be a teacher and, just enjoy my life. Because I do really enjoy teaching,
Yeah.
but I also enjoy being an entrepreneur.
I feel you. And also I feel like,
Yeah.
a lot of African parents, or like,
Oh,
parents outside the country or whatever, they think of, America is the land of opportunity, right? So
oh, man.
they don't want to see yourself as, you come to this country and kind of wasting your time,
Yes.
because they don't want, it's all about safety too. Especially
Real
being,
talk.
being a black man in America,
Oh, man.
you gotta have, what I'm saying, you gotta have a solid job, you gotta have a good
Yes, sir.
degree, and pretty much that's what they lay out for you to be successful. But then that's not the only way to be successful. Like
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
what you're doing right now, grinding like you're doing right now, like you're gonna see the fruits of your labor eventually.
Amen.
So you just got to keep believing, keep consistent like you are doing right now, and you're definitely gonna see the fruits of your
Amen.
labor. Yeah, for sure.
But uh, just the parents part,
Yeah,
like there's a lot of people struggling with, trying to talk to their parents about, hey, like one of my friends, they want to become a DJ, right?
hmm,
And his parents is just, she's an African. So you already know that was not gonna cut it. Like she brought you all the way from America just for you to be a DJ. I mean, all the way from Nigeria for you to be a DJ.
yeah,
Like they went through it. And for like people that are struggling with that, I mean, you just have to talk to them and explain to them that, hey, look, I understand back in your day that this is like an embarrassment,
hmm,
but things are changing now. Like I can literally be on my phone and I'll be making money while I'm sleeping
true,
just through my social media.
very
And
true.
just my mom understanding that and other people's mom understanding that, that's it. Doesn't work. It doesn't work for them. But it takes some time. I think they'll get to it and they'll understand it,
Yeah, for sure,
the full
definitely.
part.
So, Kings and Queens fan, I'm pretty sure you guys probably wondering how my guy Aaron has how do you have an American accent?
Hey man, guys.
My guy.
So when I first got to America,
Uh-huh.
my mindset, like, not every when I started off in middle school, right?
Okay.
And I was lonely. First of all, I had no African friends.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, okay, what can I do to like make I need some people to talk. I need some people to tell me where my classes are.
Yeah.
I need some people to walk me to my class and know where I'm going. And like nobody wanted to do that to me. So, day by day I started learning. I was like, okay, so how do I learn how to talk like them? So
Hmm.
I started watching movies.
Wow.
But the good thing about that is I can change from my American accent right to my Nigerian accent, and and for my real Nigerians, they will know like, oh wow, that's crazy. But like, I love the fact that I can do that at any time, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
But it's all about like from middle school, bro.
Hmm.
Being like, I used to be bullied for talking the way I used to talk, and I mean at that point of age, that affected me. It no longer affects me, but at that point of age, I was like, man, I really have a bad accent. Like, how do I change it? So the bullying really did a lot to change it, but
Wow.
the whole fact of this, the whole fact of the situation is, I just feel like I had to fit in at that point.
Yeah.
Every day I'm walking, because I had to walk home, right? And like 5 boys will follow me and start calling me, hey, that African booty scratcher boy,
Wow.
oh, hey, speak your language. And they'll be making sounds and stuff. But at that point, I was like, okay, so I got to find a way to fit in. So this is where that American accent came from. But,
Wow. Man, I mean,
yeah, man.
at the same time, you got to be who you are. You don't have to
Oh,
fit in for
of
anybody else.
course. Of
But
course.
I understand. You having that American
At that
accent makes
point,
you more. Yeah, at that point, right now,
yes.
you versatile with
Oh,
it,
no,
so you can
guy.
switch it up anytime you want.
I can switch anytime I want. And
Definitely.
anybody I'm talking to, it doesn't matter. Like, if I know how to control myself and how to speak it right, and how to switch right, and that's
Hmm.
that's just a blessing, man.
Yes.
That's a blessing.
Wow. So would you say you have any mentors, role models that you look up to that you have?
Yeah, man. I have a couple of mentors,
Okay.
but my main biggest mentor, his name is Noble Madu. Have you heard of him?
Yeah, I have.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's my biggest mentor, bro. Like he started this thing called the Dallas Millennial Club and the
Okay.
Dallas Millennial Gala.
Okay.
And like every day, I mean, not as usual as before, but like every day, I'd be at his office, learning like how does he negotiate with people because he's Nigerian too, right?
Yeah.
So like how does he negotiate with people? How does he speak to people? How does he interact with people? And it's amazing what he's doing in Dallas here, and I'm proud of that. Another of my mentor is Tim
Yeah.
Salawu,
Tim
and
Salah. Shout out to Tim.
that's not because he got featured on here, but on Instagram, just the Instagram part, like learning content wise, like how to base your content, how to produce content. He has taught me so much on that. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
And like anytime I have questions, he's down and available to answer. And I have this other guy, which is the video part. I always have a mentor for every different things. A
Okay.
video mentor, his name is Tyrell Greenlee. Like this man, like I can ask him anything, and like in the video world, and he got the answers, and it's crazy. I'm really blessed with great people around me, man.
That's a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
Yes, sir.
How did you receive? You received a scholarship through Dallas Millennials as well. How did that come about?
Yeah, that's from No Noble.
I
So,
see.
so the scholarship came last year, right? Yeah,
Okay.
last year, and from No Noble, Noble told me they were doing a scholarship, so I had to write an essay. And I also got another scholarship in my school, but we're not gonna go too much in that.
Okay.
But the Dallas Millennial Gala one, I mean the Dallas Millennial Club one was from Noble, and he made me write an essay. Told me how to write it right for the right people and what to write in the essay, and he really helped me get that.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So Kings and Queens fam, if you guys, take a look at Aaron's IG page and everything,
Hey man, y'all go follow me on IG.
yeah.
For all my Nigerians, let me switch it back real quick. All my Nigerians. This, you guys should go and follow me, man. I have great content. And if you came from here, please DM me because I need to know who is who.
Hey,
And for all my Americans, if you guys are listening to this, y'all should go check out my content. I produce good content.
he does.
And, y'all go check me out. If you like me, don't subscribe, follow me. And yeah.
So what do you? So you do marketing specialist, branding, and all that. How do you like? What's your typical project for you that you have to do?
So for let's say for the marketing side, right?
Mhm.
So I get my clients off of people I know and not word of mouth, basically. Like, hey, that's what he does, and you should hit him up. But my typical, like, when I get a client, what do I do? Is that what you're asking?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. So we go through the game plan. We'll see what has been working for them, what has not been working for them in their past ads, and once we figure out exactly how we can make better ads, I also do video, right? So
Okay.
we start to create a better ad. So when we create, that's if they go with me for video. But when we create a better ad, we'll figure out the right way to market it to the right people. And by that, we use Instagram analytics, people around us, asking friends like, "Hey, watch this real quick and tell me what do you think?" And like I have great friends that would like be raw and tell me like, "Hey, bro, that wasn't good," or "Hey, bro, fix this."
Yeah.
So with that, I'm able to get not only my opinion but other people around me opinions of what exactly would fit right for all ages around me. I also started this for my Instagram, right? I started an age group. So I asked a bunch of people for their phone numbers from different age groups. Like I have people from 13 to 15, from 15 to 17, and from 18 to 22.
Okay.
Like so, for if I want to make a content that belongs to the 13-year-olds, I'll send it to their page. I mean, to their messaging group, and be like, "Hey, what do you guys think?" It's like a focus group basically.
Yes.
So I
Definitely.
ask them what do they think and how do they feel towards the project, what point did they get from the video, and they'll exactly tell me exactly what it is, and from there I know what to fix and when and how to publish it.
I see. So how did you get into
Yeah.
video editing though? Is that something that you just learned by yourself, or you had somebody teach you?
Um, I'm self-taught, but my brother, he's the video guy. So like he does all my videos. Shout out to Live by Shay. That's his Instagram ad if you want
Okay.
to go check him out. But he does all video that I edit,
Okay.
and I also shoot, but I wouldn't call myself a shooter. I'm more of the person behind the screen.
Okay.
So I was self-taught, just
Wow.
learning something new. From there, I was like, damn, I really like this.
Yeah.
So from there, I just picked it up and started doing it
And that's
for
good, 'cause
people.
yeah, that's good. You're not limiting yourself. You're going
Oh
into different
no,
avenues and see what works.
I also created music at some point,
Wow.
just because one thing about me is I never like because of the opportunity, I never want to miss out on something and be like, oh man,
Mm.
that was my idea,
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, that app, yeah, that was my idea, but why didn't I do it? That's the thing. So everything that comes to my head, I try 100% to execute it.
Mm.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah.
would you give some advice on someone who wants to, build a brand? How would you build a successful brand in your opinion?
My opinion for is this targeted towards a gen? Who are you trying to market to? You
Let's
got to
say let's
understand your
let's
market.
let's say we're Gen Z. Gen Z.
If you're Gen Z and you want to start your social media brand, one thing that I'll give you one advice, one thing that Gen Zs like is seeing celebrities.
Hmm.
They love if once they see a celebrity on your page, they automatically put you over whatever page they were looking at before. Like so, try your best to figure out what celebrity is in your town. Grab a picture with them, and, post that.
Mm.
And also, celebrities. I mean, sorry, Gen Zs
Yeah.
love to see luxury, even if it's how do I put this? They love to see celebrities and luxury. So if you want to build your brand and that's something you do not have, I would advise you to start with something like reach out to people. There'll be some celebrities, like some small celebrities in your city that you can reach out, and I promise you, they'll DM you back,
Hmm.
and you like, oh hey, like, do you mind if you have to trade them something. For me, I can say, do you mind if I come to your studio and I can shoot you a free video, or come to your concert,
Hmm.
I can take you a bunch of pictures,
Mm.
and they'll reach out to you and be like, oh yeah, come out. And that's how you got to trade. So now you got your celebrity picture,
I see.
and I also do that too. Like when I go to my explore page and I'm looking at new people, what I scroll through that page and I'm like, oh look, that's this guy. Oh look, that's this guy. Follow,
Mm.
and that's how it just works.
I see.
From so I always learn from what I'm doing.
Definitely.
My patterns, like learn how I'm moving with it, how I'm just normally scrolling. Then later on, I'm be like, why did I follow this person? Then I scroll through their profile. I'm like, oh, because he follows this person, or because he knows this person.
I see. And I
So
like I
yeah.
like what you said, where you have to, you kind of have to give something in order
Oh
to,
yeah.
to get something from it.
Oh
So
yeah.
speaking of celebrities, Kings and Queens fan, Aaron's met up with people like Mark Cuban and Michael Blackson. How
Yes, sir.
how'd you meet Mark Cuban, man?
Man, Mark, I used to I shot a video that played at an event that he was attending,
Okay.
and I also edited that video, and he like asked to meet me, like whoever was the person that did that,
Wow.
and I was like, what? Like at that moment, bro, I didn't know what to say because I was like, okay, so I have to get ready for my Instagram content, but also I have to enjoy the moment. I got
Hmm.
to tell them who I'm at, who I am,
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So it was just a lot going through my head. So I was like, you know what? All right, after this conversation, the cameraman wasn't there. My brother wasn't there to use an action camera. So I was like, you know what? Let me take a selfie with my phone, and
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
it tends to be, it'd be like that. Michael
Wow.
Blackson, I was scouting a location, and he was just around.
Okay.
So, because I saw he was in Dallas, and he said he had a show in Addison. So surprisingly, I mean, like coincidentally, I was scanning a location in Addison,
Okay.
and I was like, oh yeah, Michael Blackson is in town. So I looked through his Instagram story and saw the area he was in, and I just met up with him and got my shot, bro.
Wow, that's amazing,
For
man.
Drake, it was just a surprise,
You met
bro.
Drake
I
too?
couldn't, yeah, but I couldn't get a selfie, so
Yeah, yeah.
for Instagram it doesn't count. But in real life, it was so amazing. Like he was, cause I have an office downtown Dallas, right?
Okay.
And he had a show with three amigos. I think
Okay.
that was a concert, right?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So I went to go get lunch because I just finished working, so I'm about to head home. Let me just get some food to eat. And I just see a lot of people crowding up. I'm like, what's going on? What's going on? So I walk all the way to the front of the crowd, and it's Drake, bro. So I'm like, what? This is, bro. I pull out my phone and I try to get a selfie. And he was like, oh, no, no, no. Like he waved at everybody and just walked in his car. I was
Yeah.
like, what? That would have been so crazy if I had a selfie with him. But
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing though. Like all the
yeah.
celebrities that you meet, and this is just
Oh yeah.
this is just only the beginning, man. You're gonna be meeting a lot
Oh,
more celebrities in the future.
I hope. I hope.
So I saw that you're also Kings and Queens fam. You were featured on Fox News. How was that?
Yes, sir. That was through Noble again, my
Okay.
mentor.
Yeah.
So they hosted an event called STEM in a Park,
Okay.
and through that event, Fox News needed somebody to feature, but at that point, Fox News didn't know like who I am or what I did. So when Noble was like, "Oh yeah, we have Aaron here." Aaron is, and that he told him about me, and
Okay.
from there, I just got a free content, a free video, and it
Wow.
was amazing. Like we talked, and she talked to me about like how was it possible, like how I was 15 and graduated high school and stuff like that. But
That's
it blew
amazing.
up on
Yeah.
Instagram, over 2,000 views. I was like, what?
Yeah. It's a good look. It's a good look.
Yeah.
Would you also regard yourself as a public speaker? Because I know you also spoke to some
Oh
young
yeah.
entrepreneurs at Lancaster High School.
Yes, sir. So that was also a crazy opportunity. One thing, can I add something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Networking, bro. Networking. You really have to network to grow.
Hmm.
And if you want to be an entrepreneur, you really have to network. So the Lancaster deal was from a networking event I went to with a couple of friends, and I met a teacher from there, and she was like, "Wow, you'd be a great speaker for one of my entrepreneur classes." And I was
Mhm.
like, "What?" Like I've never done that before in my life, and she's like, "Yeah, just come over. I'm gonna set everything right for you." And she didn't even actually tell me it was gonna be. She was like, "Oh, it's just 15 kids, and they paid $5 for tickets, right?"
Wow.
So I was like, when I got there, I was like, "Ma'am, this is over 70 kids. Why did you tell me 15?" She's like, "Oh, last minute, everybody bought a ticket." I
Oh
was like,
man.
"What?" To hear me speak
Hey.
at that point I was down it, but I was like, But I mean, I dropped some knowledge for them. Tell them
Hmm.
about networking, basically everything I was telling you
Okay.
about how to network and how to use your opportunity and where to find the opportunity. So, man, that it was one of like cherishable experience I've ever had, bro.
Wow, that's awesome.
But
That's
I
awesome.
like the fact that I was unprepared, because if I prepared too much, 70 kids,
Hmm.
and the funny part, bro, some of them were like 18, 19, and
Wow.
I'm 17 telling an 18-year-old on how to be successful in America. That's crazy, and I'm not even from America.
It's crazy.
That's just really crazy to
Hey,
me, man.
that's how God works, man. God works in
Hey,
mysterious ways.
real talk, and every day I thank him,
Definitely.
every day,
Definitely.
because without the opportunity that he gives you to give a breath, you can't even have an opportunity to do anything else. He
Facts.
gave you your first opportunity,
Facts.
and from there, capitalize, 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 bro.
Exactly. I like how you said about networking too, because it goes back
Oh
to that
man,
quote, like your network is your net worth. The people you surround yourself, the people that's in your circle, that really determines, how successful that you are going to be and what kind of path
real
you're going to
talk,
walk.
real talk. Finding the right people to talk to, and
Hmm.
the right people are just waiting for you.
Yeah.
For you, all you got to do is make the first step. Go up to somebody random at a networking event and be like, "Hey, man, I'm Aaron. This is what I do. I'm a video editor. What do you do?" And they be like, "Oh, man, you know what? I've been looking for a video editor." And
Mm.
from there, bang, there you
Wow.
go. You're editing video for this guy full time. Hey, I'm Aaron. I do marketing. And from there, they tell you what they need. From there, it's amazing. And
It's yes.
all around cities, they
Mm-hmm.
do networking events. All you have to do is just find them.
It's true.
It's
That's
so
true.
easy.
That's true. It's
So
simple. It's
easy.
simple. So
Bro,
why do you think people don't do it more? Why do you think that?
man, it's because I'm gonna take it back to this point. I know I've been stressing this word opportunity, man. They don't they haven't seen it worse before. Like I've said, like I'm coming from Nigeria, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where some nights this light that's on right now, I didn't have it. Like we had to sleep in a house without lights.
Mm-hmm.
So when Americans, not to bash nobody, I'm not bashing nobody.
Yeah. Yeah.
When they grow up seeing light 24/7, they don't appreciate it as much. When they grow up, their parents handing everything to them. Not everybody though,
Yeah.
but most people, when the parents give them everything, they don't learn to appreciate it to the most. So when I'm coming down straight from Nigeria, straight hustle, I'm trying to hustle, man,
Mm-hmm.
trying to get everything good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I take a deep breath, understand and appreciate every single opportunity that everyone has given me.
Mm.
And from there, I can only grow.
Yeah. You're right.
And from that opportunity leads to another opportunity. And the only reason why people don't grab all these free stuff, like all these free this SoundCloud free podcast, this Instagram free page,
Yeah.
YouTube free content.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why not. I'm guessing laziness or not just understanding what they can do with it, the
Mm.
possibilities.
I see. And you're right,
Yeah.
because sometimes if you grow up privileged like that, you tend
Oh
to
yeah.
lose the hunger that some people might have, and that's where you can use
Yeah.
that as your advantage too.
And my
You know,
advantages. Yeah.
definitely, definitely,
Just the being ready for anything that comes
right,
your way. And like
for sure. So let's take
America.
definitely, man. So let's touch on these two topics I have for you.
All right.
Time freedom, which is essentially being able to do something that you really love and make a living out of it, and then also
Mhm.
generational wealth. So generational wealth and time freedom. What are your thoughts on that? So let's go time freedom first.
Time freedom is doing what you want at any time you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like 6ix9ine, but he's in jail now. But I recently watched an interview of him on Breakfast Club, and he
Okay.
was talking about him doing whatever he wants. Basically, all entrepreneurs don't have time freedom. People think, oh, if I be an entrepreneur, that means I can do whatever I want and every time I want at any time I want. Yes, that's true, but not at all point. So for time freedom, I don't think any job provides time freedom unless you 6ix9ine the rapper. But uh no, I don't think any time freedom, I don't think that's a real thing. But I like to hear other people's opinion about it
Okay.
to see what how but right now nah, it's not a real thing. There's nothing like time freedom. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you have a job.
Well, in a sense,
There's
okay. Let's take time freedom in terms of you, like, for example, you doing all of your editing videos,
mhm,
videography, collabing, networking, all of that.
mhm.
Say you can do that, and you're getting paid for it. You're getting paid for public speaking. Pretty much, you obviously you're on a clock, you're on a schedule, but you have time freedom for yourself in terms of you're doing something that you love every single
Oh,
day,
okay.
and you're making a living out of it as opposed to working a 9 to 5 job that you don't want to be at.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
that's my idea of time freedom. I don't know, Kings
Yeah.
and Queens fam, they
Oh
might,
yeah.
yeah, I feel like it's different ways to look at it for sure.
Oh, I would love to hear anybody else's opinion too, like to
Definitely,
get a contrast.
definitely.
But that's a great one.
So generational wealth. I've always thought that as we're living in a country, especially like America, there's a lot of opportunities,
Hmm.
like you said, and we have the chance to create that wealth for ourselves that we can pass down to our
Yeah.
next generations and the next generation and next generation. So how important is creating that generational wealth for yourself and your family to you?
Oh man, it's like if it's not, it's very important. Like I don't want my kids to. I want them to not suffer, but I don't want them to have to hustle as hard as I did.
Mm-hmm.
So that generation wealth is like I want my kids to be able to go to college for free, but also understanding why it's free.
Mm-hmm.
My kids are going first of all when they are born straight to Nigeria, straight to Nigeria for their first 11 years. Let them
Yeah.
go and experience that first until
Dang.
they're 11. Then they'll come back. Then they'll come back to America.
Okay.
Then grow up and go to college for free. But I'll make them understand why they're going to college for free.
Mm-hmm.
It's not because it's just there. It's because I had to work hard. Your parents had to work hard in order for you to have this. And if kids can understand hard work of their parents and of people that helped them out, that's the only way to they'll flourish.
You're
It's
right.
just up from there, bro.
You're right. You're right. Also, like Kings and Queens fam, I saw a post that you posted a while back, and it was photoshopped. And I think you already know which one I'm talking about.
All my pictures are Photoshop.
Okay, all your pictures. Okay, okay, okay.
I'm
So
just
this
playing. Which one?
this
Which
this
one?
this one and this one in specific, you were given the Forbes Under 30 award.
Oh,
Um, would you say that's one of your main goals to hit?
man, it's in my top 10 goals. If I don't hit it, I don't. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But I would love to be on there. Like that's for my. I don't even want to be on the normal Forbes. I want to be on the Africa Forbes top 30 under 30.
Mm,
Like that for that. Like yes, it's on my top list. It is on my top list, and that was Photoshop because I was speaking into existence.
definitely.
So when I'm 30, I can look back and be like, huh. When I was 17, I made this, and look now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
It's hey.
How big is it to speak your goals into existence?
Oh man, I I would say it's very important because I've only seen it in little instances. I haven't seen it in big instances like, hey, like I'm gonna be on Forbes and actually be on Forbes. But like little instances, like
Mm-hmm.
tomorrow I'm gonna accomplish this and I'm gonna accomplish this. And like I was watching Will Smith yesterday, right?
Okay.
I don't know what I was watching about him, and he was saying if you wake up every morning and tell yourself, "Hey, look, I'm good looking and I'm untouchable, I'm strong," and every day you keep that mindset in your head, speaking into existence, keeping that mindset in your head, you can only be actually what you're speaking.
Mm,
And I think that from yesterday, that's still with me in my mind because I was like, wow, that's actually true. Because when I wake up every morning, I'm trying that now.
yeah.
Wake up, hey, I'm gonna finish this video today, and nothing is gonna stop me. I'm gonna finish my schoolwork today, and nothing is gonna stop me.
Mm,
And from that, I'm speaking into existence, and I actually do it. So don't just speak to existence and just sit there and just expect it to happen.
true.
It doesn't work like that. You have to speak into existence and actually push towards what you're speaking about.
True.
Khalid, have you heard of the singer Khalid?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so like Twitter 3 years ago, he tweeted, "I'm gonna win a Grammy, and I'm working hard right now, and I'm speaking into existence." 3 years later, he has a Grammy. Like
Hmm.
that's the only big instance I've seen it happen. But
Yeah.
right now, it's just little instances like, "Hey, this is what I'm gonna do tomorrow," and actually, I'm doing it.
Wow. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So how do you? I have another one last thing. Before we
hmm
before we wrap it up. Distractions and all of that. How do you deal with how do you deal with them? And like, what tips do you have for kings and queens family listening in and how to deal with it?
Distractions. One of my great mentors. His name is Abe Nadimi.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give y'all two instances, right? They can be distractions of other people, so like relationships, and they can be distractions of what a nah. Let's scratch that. Just relationships. I'm
Okay.
gonna talk about one of my great mentors said because I was 17. I'm trying to look for a little bull thing. But he was like, bro, are you like right now? If you sit down, are you able to provide for both of you? And I was like, no. He was like, okay. Let's say by mistake y'all have a baby. Are you able to provide for the baby? I was like, no. He's like, okay. Are you able to provide for her right now? Like, if she wants to go eat and you guys go out to dinner like every night, are you able to do that? No. Then he was like, oh, why do you want a girlfriend then if you can't give her everything you want? So he said, and I quote, until you until you've reached your goals, and one of my big goals is to become a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
Until you've reached one of your big goals, you shouldn't be looking at talking to any girls.
Mm.
By that, he meant like, you shouldn't be like interested in finding a relationship until you know that, okay, this is my hard work and this is what I've accomplished, and now I think I'm ready. And from there, I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't need no little bit thing. I need to focus and do exactly what I have to do to, be successful, get
Yeah.
to a point where I'm okay. I'm not too successful, but I'm getting there, and find me, somebody that's going to help me, and we're both going to, stay on top.
Okay, definitely.
But any other distractions, I don't know. I don't know.
Well said. So yeah, man, that's pretty much, that's all I have for you, Aaron.
Man,
It was a
thank
pleasure.
you,
No
bro. Thank
problem,
you
man.
so much.
No problem.
This was a great opportunity,
Hey,
bro. Because from this, one of the kings and queens family might reach out to me,
definitely.
and from that can lead to something else. And
You
this
never
is
know.
why I stress on opportunity, bro.
You never know.
Thank you so much,
Hey,
and I
thank
appreciate you.
Hey, man, it was a pleasure having you on the Kings and Queens podcast.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you for coming on the show, Kings and Queens fam. Thank you for tuning in as always. So, Aaron, like, if you had, any last words for the Kings and Queens fam before you go, what is it?
Focus, opportunity, and get it done. Hustle, hustle, hustle. Right now is the best time to hustle. You're in the good age. Instagram is still brand new. You can still make money on it.
Yes, sir.
Twitter is still brand new. YouTube, you can still make money on it. Just find your way. Find what you like doing.
True.
And hustle till you can't anymore. Like, hustle to the end. So and that's what I have to say to y'all, man. And y'all should go check out my Instagram.
What's your Instagram, man, for everyone that doesn't know?
Aaron, AARONLWSN. And for my Nigerians, it's AARONLWSN. Y'all gonna get it both ways. Enjoy my content. Follow me. Send me a DM, please.
Hey, send him a DM.
Thank you guys.
And Kings and Queens, like you heard it from him first. Opportunities. Don't take anything for granted in life, and keep grinding, keep pushing. And just like that, Kings and Queens fam, episode number 9, we are done. And I hope to see you guys in the next episode. Yeah.